You're listening to the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the bell to make sure you get the latest episodes of the podcast. Be sure to like and share our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast. On today's episode of the podcast, we review match number 23 of IPL 2021 between the Chennai Super Kings and the Sunrisers Hyderabad. It's the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast, and let's get started. Let's have a look at the match summary from game number 23 of IPL 2021 from Delhi between the Chennai Super Kings and the Sunrisers Hyderabad. The Sunrisers Hyderabad batted first and made 3 for 171 from their 20 overs. Manish Pandey top scored with 61 off 46 balls. Ningidi took 2 wickets for the Chennai Super Kings. The Chennai Super Kings finished on 3 for 173 from 18.3 overs. Gaikwad top scored with 75 off 44 balls, and Rashid Khan took 3 wickets for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. CSK won by 7 wickets, and Gaikwad was named man of the match. What were some of the key moments and key factors from this match between the Chennai Super Kings and the Sunrisers Hyderabad? I thought Warner and Pandey's partnership of 106 for the second wicket were one of the key factors in the Sunrisers Hyderabad getting to that 171 score on this Delhi surface. The other key factor and the contributing factor to the Chennai Super Kings winning this match in the end was the partnership between du Plessis and Gaikwad of 129 for the first wicket. That got CSK off to a good start in the run chase and led to CSK winning this match by 7 wickets. Let's have a look at the Chennai Super Kings team performance in this match. We'll start with their batsmen, Gaikwad 75, du Plessis 56, Ali 15, Jadeja 7 not out, and Raina 17 not out. I thought CSK batted well, and their batting this season, CSK, has been consistent. Their scores this season have been 7 for 188, 4 for 107, 9 for 188, 3 for 220, 4 for 191, and 3 for 173. So their batting's been quite consistent this season. And I thought du Plessis and Gaikwad's opening partnership of 129 for the first wicket pretty much got them going in this run chase and set them up nicely to chase down these runs. And in the end, the batsmen to follow, Ali, Jadeja and Raina, pretty much finished off the job after that, after the great work by Gaikwad and du Plessis. So that's great for CSK that Gaikwad and du Plessis are scoring runs consistently and getting the team off to good starts. So that's a very good sign for CSK going forward. I think where CSK will like some batsmen to score runs, I think Raidu and Dhoni have been lacking in the runs department this season. So I think they'll like to see more runs from Raidu and Dhoni going forward. But the rest of the batsmen are scoring runs and are doing their job. So that's great signs for CSK going forward. And pretty much that great start from du Plessis and Gaikwad pretty much set them up nicely, as I said before, in the run chase. And that allowed the other batsmen to take their time, get in and get set, because CSK weren't under pressure. Because the Sunrisers Hyderabad bowlers didn't take early wickets. And obviously that partnership was able to develop. And obviously the other batsmen coming in weren't pressured because pretty much CSK were above the required run rate anyway. So for those batsmen, they were able to take their time, get in and get set, and really finish off the job properly. Not play reckless shots, bat sensibly, bat smartly, which they did. Just take your time, score the runs, and when the ball's there to be hit it for a 6 or a 4. If it's a bad ball, leave the good balls. And that's what they did. And they batted smartly, which I liked about CSK in this game because they weren't under pressure. They were ahead of the required run rate, and they were able to take their time and score the runs in the end on this very good Delhi surface. So I thought CSK batted well, and they batted smartly in this game. And it's great signs for CSK going forward because if you have Gaikwad, du Plessis, Ali, Jadeja, Raina, Raidu and Dhoni all firing, then it's a very strong batting order for CSK. And I've been really impressed with CSK this season. They've been the big improvers in this IPL season. Compared to last season and this season, they've been far better this season than they were last season. And it's scary going forward. They may even win the whole thing. But overall, to finish off on their batting, I thought they batted well. And obviously for them, it's very important for their batsmen scoring runs consistently. And all the batsmen are doing that. So that's great signs for CSK going forward. Let's talk about their bowling and have a look at their bowlers. 2 wickets for Ngidi, a wicket for Sam Curran, no wickets for Ali, Jadeja, Thakur and Chahal. I thought they bowled okay on this surface in Delhi. Obviously, it's a good batting surface in Delhi. So the bowlers are going to go for runs, and we've seen that in this IPL thus far, that in Ahmedabad, in Mumbai, the bowlers have been going for runs. So I think for CSK going forward in terms of their bowling in this match, I thought at times they mis-executed their lines and lengths with the ball. Bit inconsistent as well. Their execution of their skills were poor at times. So I think going forward for them, it's just about trying to work on the basics of bowling, like executing your skills, making sure you have a clear plan and you want to execute that plan. Making sure that the field's set right, you have the plan in mind to the batsman, you want to execute that plan and execute your skills and that type of delivery for that batsman. So I think for them, they need to work on that going forward. Just the little things a bit. But they've got a very good bowling attack, CSK. And obviously they'll definitely do that in the games to come. But overall, I thought they bowled okay, but they can get better. And overall, it was a great performance by CSK. They've won 5 games in a row now. And the thing I worry about CSK is, I hope they haven't peaked too early. Just like RCB, I had some worries about RCB because they were on a winning streak. And when RCB lost to the Chennai Super Kings in Mumbai, I think that was a blessing for RCB, because if you're a team that's on a winning streak and you peak too early in a tournament, that's not a good thing. Obviously, if Chennai go on to win their next game, that's great. But if they lose their next game, which is against the Mumbai Indians, which will be in Delhi on Saturday, I think it will be okay for CSK if they lose that game, because it will make them realise, right, we've got a few areas to work on. Just like RCB when they lost to Chennai. They were able to bounce back in the next game, RCB, and win that game against Delhi by a run. So for CSK, I hope they haven't peaked too early. They've won 5 games in a row, but when you peak too early in a tournament, you tend to go downhill in the back half of the tournament when you get into the playoffs. It's very important not to play your best game early in the tournament. Save your best game as a team for later on in the tournament. When you get down to the business end in the playoffs and in the final, you want to play your best game in the playoffs in the final. You don't want to play your best game right now in the tournament now. You want to save it till the back end of the tournament. So I think for CSK, I hope they haven't peaked too early. But in saying that, overall, it's been a great performance by CSK with the batting especially. The bowling was okay, but they can get better at that. But overall, for CSK, they're going well nicely, I should say, and they are going to finish in the playoffs. And hopefully for them, they could even go all the way and win this IPL. Let's have a look at the Sunrisers Hyderabad's team performance in this match. We'll start with their batsmen. Warner 57, Bairstow 7, Pandey 61, Williamson 26 not out, and Jadhav 12 not out. The Sunrisers Hyderabad, what can you say about their season? It's been an inconsistent season from their point of view. Yet again, another loss, a disappointing result for them. I thought they batted well in this game, and the batsmen batted better in this game than in their other games, but their batting this season has been inconsistent. Their scores this season batting have been 5 for 177, 9 for 143, 137 all out, 1 for 121, 7 for 159, and 3 for 171. So that tells you a story that their batting has been inconsistent. But I thought in this game against CSK, they batted quite well. Warner and Pandya, the partnership of 106 for the second wicket, set them up nicely to get to this 171 score, which was a par score on this Delhi pitch, a competitive total. And I thought Williamson and Jadhav did well to finish off the innings for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. But the one problem that the Sunrisers Hyderabad have had all this IPL season is their consistency to back up performances with the bat. They haven't been able to do that. What are the areas of concern with their batting? Well, their mindset is one of them. Are they thinking in a positive or negative mindset? So their mindset, if some batsmen are positive but other batsmen are negative, that does affect how the team goes about their batting. I think they need to go back to basics with their batting going forward, meaning get time to get in and get set on the surface, read conditions of the pitch, play accordingly to the conditions, build partnerships, and hopefully for them that could lead to them getting a consistent performance with their batting. Maybe a change of personnel could be required. Maybe change things a bit up with the order. Instead of having David Warner open the batting, probably he could bat down the order, and you probably bring in someone like a Jason Roy, who is a part of the Sunrisers Hyderabad squad. You know, he's opened the batting with Bairstow so many times for England in one-dayers and T20s for England over the years. Bring him in, see what he can do. You know, change things up a bit, because often if you bring in a different face, a different player, can often bring about different results for the team. So if they bring him in, maybe that could change something with their batting. But their batting this season has been poor, and it sort of reflects their season in general. So I thought in this game they batted well. The challenge for the Sunrisers Hyderabad is to back up this performance for their next game. And realistically, looking ahead in this IPL season, they're probably not going to feature in the playoffs. They're far too gone now, so you can put a line through their name. So for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, not having that expectation of playing in the playoffs will probably give them a sense of freedom as a team going forward, because they don't have that pressure on to play in the playoffs, because no one will expect them to play in the playoffs. So for them, they can really focus on trying to be consistent with their batting going forward, because the results this season for them have been poor. They lost to the Kolkata Knight Riders by 10 runs. They lost to RCB by 6 runs. They lost to the Mumbai Indians by 13 runs. They won by 9 wickets against the Punjab Kings, and they lost to Delhi in the Super Over, and they lost to CSK by 7 wickets in this match. So their season has been poor. It has been inconsistent, and the batting has reflected their season as well, because it has been inconsistent. There are some quality batsmen in this side: Warner, Bairstow, Pandy, Williamson, Jadhav, but they haven't fired and they haven't backed up their performances. So it was quite a poor batting display from them this season, really, from all those players. But hopefully now for them, it's about trying to learn from this experience in this match against CSK and learn from their past experiences with the bat in order to improve and get better. So overall, I thought their batting in this game was much better compared to their other games, but the challenge for the Sunrisers Hyderabad is to build on this and get some consistency going with their batting moving forward. Let's talk about their bowling. Let's have a look at the bowlers. 3 wickets for Rashid Khan, no wickets for Sachlin, Kaul, Ahmed and Sandeep Sharma. I thought the bowling today was poor. They didn't take early wickets to put CSK under pressure, because the opening partnership between du Plessis and Gaikwad of 129 for the first wicket pretty much got CSK off to a flyer. And it was easy for CSK after that, because those two made the run chase easier for CSK. It was a good surface in Delhi. No demons in the pitch whatsoever. And the Sunrisers Hyderabad bowlers, they didn't quite execute their lines and lengths and their plans with the ball, didn't quite execute their skills. They leaked runs. Rashid Khan bowled well for his 3 wickets. But overall, it was poor, and they couldn't get early wickets. They couldn't put CSK under pressure, and in the end, they lost this game at the end of the day. So it was a poor performance with the ball. They're dearly missing Natarajan. He's got a knee injury, obviously. He's just gone in for surgery. They're missing Kumar, who's injured. So for the Sunrisers Hyderabad going forward with their bowling, they need to make some changes to their bowling attack. Probably bring in Mujib, maybe Jason Holder, maybe Nadeem to change things up a bit with their bowling attack. But overall, their bowling was poor. They need to get better at their execution with their skills with the ball, and obviously just trying to get better and improve that going forward. But overall, it was a disappointing result for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, and I think for them, this game pretty much sealed their IPL for 2021. They're not going to be in the playoffs, so for them now, it's just about trying to improve and get better each game, and hopefully they can win a few games to end this IPL season. Let's have a look at the Chennai Super Kings' potential 11 for their next match against the Mumbai Indians. I don't think they'll make any changes to their 11 for their next match, the Chennai Super Kings. I don't think they need to make any changes. The team's playing well at the moment. They've got good consistency and cohesion with the team, so that's great for the Chennai Super Kings. So I don't think they'll want to make any changes and interrupt that consistency and cohesion. So their potential 11 could be Gaikwad, Duplessis, Ali, Jadeja, Rayner, Raidu, Dhoni, Sam Curran, Thakur, Chahar and Ngidi. Let's have a look at the Sunrisers Hyderabad's potential 11 for their next match against the Rajasthan Royals. I think they will make a change, the Sunrisers Hyderabad, to their batting for their next match. They've got Jason Roy on the sideline, so I think he may come in to strengthen their batting. Their batting needs a bit of a change up, the Sunrisers Hyderabad. It's been struggling of late this season. Probably Jason Roy to come in for Jadav to replace him in the side. They've got to do something with their batting, the Sunrisers Hyderabad. So Jadav to be left out, Jason Roy to come in to replace him. So their potential 11 could be Warner, Bairstow, Pandey, Williamson, Roy, Rashid Khan, Shankar, Sachlin, Kaur, Ahmed and Sandeep Sharma. What can we expect from both teams heading into their next match? We'll start with the Chennai Super Kings. Their next match is against the Mumbai Indians on Saturday at Delhi. For CSK, they have great momentum after winning their last 5 games in a row, but the challenge for them is not to get complacent with their own performance and look to get better and improve and stay focused on the job ahead. The Sunrisers Hyderabad, their next game is against the Rajasthan Royals on Sunday at Delhi. For the Sunrisers Hyderabad, they need to learn from this game against the Chennai Super Kings. Realistically for them, they may not feature in the playoffs. They need to focus on looking to build consistency with the bat and the ball as well, and just look to play good cricket going forward for the rest of this IPL season. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell to get the latest episodes of the podcast, and like and share our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. Until next time, keep safe and bye for now.